After a technology is invented or a product is ready for distribution, there's still a lot more work to be done before that tool is used to make a dent in the universe. And if you have a background in a STEM subject, science, technology, engineering, or mathematics, your mind may naturally turn to thoughts of research and development. But how do these skills fit into the more commercial activities of a tech company? In this video, we're going to talk about just what is a go-to-market strategy. A common starting point for a go-to-market strategy is to start with three big questions. Who is our customer? Why would they buy our product? And how are we going to find and sell to them? How is a pretty big question, so we'll talk about that using two of the most important concepts here, channels and pipelines. So first of all, who is our ideal customer? Do we know what industries they work in? What jobs they have? What are their typical priorities? What are their challenges? When I was at Aptior, we targeted the CIOs of large corporations. Aptior was focused on optimizing IT budgets. We went after companies that had large budgets where that was most valuable. We did well in the Fortune 100 to start with. At Looker, a data analytics company, we started off selling to smaller companies and startups, not because analytics is more valuable to smaller companies, but because they're more nimble and that much quicker to adopt a new technology. The current popular term for this is the ICP, or Ideal Customer Profile. As a technologist, you can think of this as knowing who has problems that your tech can solve. You want to understand their responsibilities as well as being expert in your technology. That leads us to why anyone should buy your tech. You might have heard phrases like your value proposition or your key differentiators. Especially in the startup world, you'll hear about reaching product market fit. That moment when you really understand what your technology makes possible that your customers are willing to pay for. People don't want to buy a 1/4-inch drill bit. They want to buy a 1/4-inch hole. In other words, I wasn't thinking about the specification of all these bits when I bought this set. I was thinking about mounting some items on the wall, and that was what was important to me. That same size of drill bit might be used in making furniture or constructing buildings, and different customers might want the sharpest or the cheapest or the longest lasting bit. The sales and marketing team's job is to make sure that the bits your company makes are being used by as many people as possible. So the role of the technologist in that function might be to have expertise in construction methods or building regulations. We're there to advise on which tools suit which purposes. And if we are good, we are proactive. We're inspiring people to build things, to achieve things that they would not otherwise have done. Which is a nice thought, but how will we find these customers and work with them? I can buy a drill bit at a store. I can rent equipment for the weekend. I can hire a builder and not worry about buying any equipment at all. In other words, what channels does your company have access to? Imagine we're a SaaS company and we've made $100 million in revenue. The CFO might break that down and say, we made $30 million from direct sales to new customers, $20 million from expansion into existing customers, $20 million via partners, $30 million from online sales. Or maybe we'd group that as $70 million from enterprise contracts, $30 million from self-service subscriptions. Or it could be $50 million from domestic sales, $50 million from international customers. There can be dozens of ways to break down the number. And all of those breakdowns provide a different and useful perspective on a business. Channels can help you think about hard choices to prioritize your work. Take a small startup, managing its burn rate, the speed at which it uses up its cash. It has to make a staffing decision, and they can hire a new sales rep or invest in a marketing campaign. That represents a decision on which channel is expected to provide the most growth, sales-led versus product-led. On the tech side, the equivalent decision might be choosing to hire a solutions engineer that engages directly with individual customers to solve their problems, or a developer advocate who would focus on showing large audiences how to build solutions with a new technology. Sales and marketing involves a lot of hard numbers. Figures vary, especially between different segments, different industries, but it can take $3 to $5 of potential new business opportunities to generate $1 of actual revenue. You can imagine any given customer or new business opportunity flowing through the pipeline from left to right. And at key stages, we lose some customers. We engage with more prospects than we have companies actively evaluating our technology, and we support more evaluations than we close and win as deals. And at each stage of that process, technologists are driving things forward. You might build a demonstration of a brand new capability, help a customer solve a unique problem, or advise on how to plan the rollout of a new solution. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that interesting. Put your thoughts and questions in the comments below. My name is John Walls, and I've worked as a technologist for over 20 years, helping tech companies bring their products to market. I also make videos about it, especially the roles, the tools, and the techniques available to the scientists, technologists, and engineers involved. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.